Welcome to Skinner and Chalmers Weekly Roast. Today, from citrus mishaps to fresh finds, a culinary journey with Superintendent Chalmers and Principal Skinner.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Skinner and Chalmers Weekly Roast, a podcast where only the steamiest topics are discussed. I'm Superintendent Chalmers, and by my side is my good old friend, Principal Seymour Skinner. Welcome, Seymour. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for your kind announcement. Nice that we have found the time again for our weekly meeting.
Oh, yes, I've been looking forward to it all week. But there's something important I need to get off my chest. Last weekend, you invited me over for dinner and you gave me this strange drink. It was so bitter, it tasted like pure lemon juice. What was that?
Ah, yes, that drink. This is because it was pure juice from the bitter orange. I tried to surprise you with a new recipe. It contained citrus aurantium, a fruit I read about recently. It's supposed to give an exotic twist to any cocktail.
Citrus aurantium, huh? Well, it wasn't a pleasant surprise. My face must have shown my displeasure.
Yes, I know. Looking back, I probably shouldn't have used such a strong ingredient without asking first. I apologize if I spoiled your evening.
That's all right, but I felt quite upset. Admittedly, I felt even a little angry, but I know that it's important to be open about your feelings rather than just harboring anathema towards your partner. I should have just told you that I didn't like the drink and we would have found something else. But it also had its good sides. It led me to think about tastes and preferences. We often assume others share our love for certain foods, right?
True. Yet everyone has their own likes and dislikes. Even when it comes to seemingly simple flavors like citrus fruits, we differ widely.
Exactly. For example, I always loved grapefruit, but some people find them too sour. Or clementines, which I adore, others find bland. Taste is very personal. It's like asking someone to explain their favorite color or song. There are so many factors involved, but if you're interested, let me tell you about my love for these two fruits. Grapefruits have a certain sweet-tart balance that is just perfect for me. The juice from this fruit feels refreshing and rejuvenating when I drink it first thing in the morning. They're also high in vitamin C, which helps boost my immune system during cold season. Plus, they're a good source of fiber and antioxidants, making me feel fuller longer. Not to mention, grapefruits contain lycopene, which is an antioxidant known to reduce the risk of several types of cancer. That's pretty amazing considering how delicious they taste. Clementines, on the other hand, are easy to peel and eat on the go. Well, they don't need to be cut open or sliced into pieces, just pop one in your mouth while running out the door. And even though they may seem small compared to other citrus fruits, they pack a big nutritional punch. One medium-sized clementine contains around 47 calories, 1 gram of protein, 2 grams of fiber, vitamin C, thiamine, folate, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. You can see how much nutrition is packed inside such a little fruit. I especially enjoy eating them after a workout because they replenish lost electrolytes and provide natural sugars for energy. So you could say that grapefruits and clementines are at the top of my list for healthy choices. What do you think?
Thanks for sharing that insightful information, Chalmers. Your appreciation for grapefruits and clementines is truly fascinating. I can understand why they hold a special place in your heart with all those benefits. For my part, citrus fruits aren't really my thing. I prefer apples and bananas. Apples are versatile. They can be eaten as snacks or added to salads, baked goods, or sauces. Bananas are equally convenient and great for smoothies, pancakes, and desserts. Their sugar content provides a burst of energy, and potassium keeps my blood pressure in check. Plus, bananas are rich in vitamins B6, C, and fiber. They also help regulate digestion, prevent cramps, and improve heart health. In addition, they aid in muscle recovery post-workouts due to their magnesium and potassium content. Do you mind if we discuss our thoughts about different fruits next time instead of just giving you a juice of bitter orange?
Of course. I totally get where you're coming from, Skinner. We should probably explore more varieties before deciding on a common favorite.
Yes, indeed. Our palates are unique, and it's important to respect everyone's likes and dislikes. As a host, I should ensure no one is left unsatisfied by my culinary creations.
Absolutely. And that includes being aware of allergies, too.
Indeed it is. Just as our life experiences shape us, our taste buds do too. Our childhood memories, culture, and many other factors influence our preference.
Right, so we should communicate better. When cooking for friends, let's make sure to ask about allergies and dislikes. No one wants to disappoint each other.
Agreed. After all, sharing food is a beautiful way to connect, but we should respect each other's boundaries and needs.
Absolutely. In fact, this applies not just to cooking, but every aspect of life. Miscommunication leads to misunderstandings at work, home, relationship, everywhere.
Very true. Communication is key to understanding whether it's about cuisine or anything else. In relationships, effective communication is vital. It serves as the cornerstone for understanding, empathy, and connection. Whether expressing desires, resolving conflicts, or sharing joys, open communication cultivates trust and strengthens bonds. In essence, it's the lifeline that sustains healthy and fulfilling relationships. And perhaps we can teach others from our mistakes and what we've learned from them.
Exactly, Seymour. Let's learn from this bitter orange incident. Next time, I will remind you of my citrus limits.
And next time, Chalmers, I'll ask before adding citrus aurantium.
This is how problem and dispute resolution works.
Now, as we talked about the citrus stuff, let's talk about healthy food in general. You know that I am always trying to eat well and stay fit, but sometimes I find it hard to understand what exactly makes some foods healthier than others. Can you explain what does?
Sure thing. Healthy eating involves consuming nutrient-dense foods with lots of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants. It also means avoiding too much sugar and unhealthy fats. And remember, moderation is key. Everything in balance.
Yes, I heard that before, but can you elaborate on this nutrients and vitamins? What are they exactly?
Absolute. Nutrients are the essential building blocks our bodies need to function at their best. They come from various types of food like proteins, carbs, healthy fats, fibers, vitamins, and minerals. Now let's zoom into vitamins first. They're like the superheroes of our bodies, helping us grow, develop, and stay healthy. But did you know they come in two main types? First up, we have the fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, A, and K. These are like the cool kids who hang out in fatty, tasty foods. Since they dissolve in fat, our bodies can store them away in our fatty tissues. But here's the catch. We need to get them regularly from our diet because our bodies can't produce them. Then we have the water-soluble vitamins, like the B complex and vitamin C. Unlike their fat-soluble counterparts, these vitamins prefer to swim in water. They're not into long-term relationships with our bodies. They come and go pretty quickly. That's why it's essential to get a steady supply of these vitamins in our diet, as our bodies can't stash them away for later like the fat-soluble ones. So, next time you're digging into a colorful plate of fruits and veggies or enjoying a delicious piece of homemade pizza, remember you're not just eating, you're fueling your body with these fantastic nutrients that keep you running smoothly.
Oh, my Skinner, thanks for the explanation. Very interesting topic indeed. Indeed. So, if I don't get enough of these, I could have problems, right?
Exactly. Insufficient intake may lead to deficiencies that might result in serious consequences. For instance, scurvy caused by low levels of vitamin C or rickets due to lack of vitamin D.
Fascinating. But how do I know which foods contain these nutrients? How can I tell if I'm getting enough?
When it comes to eating right, it's like building a strong house. You need a solid foundation. Picture this. Your foundation consists of fruits, veggies, lean proteins, dairy, and whole grains. These are the superheroes of nutrition, packed with all the good stuff your body craves. Now let's talk about our dear plant-powered pals, vegetarians and vegans. For them, lean meats are swapped out for plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, tofu, and nuts. These plant powerhouses are not only rich in protein but also loaded with vitamins, minerals, and fiber, keeping their bodies strong and healthy. And what about dairy? Well, for vegans, that's a no-go. But fear not. They get their calcium fix from fortified plant milks, tofu, and leafy greens like kale and broccoli.
But vitamin B12 is an important topic for vegans. People who eat a purely plant-based diet without supplementing with vitamin B12 have an increased risk of B12 deficiency. But don't worry. The stuff can be produced cheaply synthetically, and there are usually food supplements that contain vitamin B12. Fortunately, some manufacturers think ahead and make such supplements superfluous. Just have a look at the ingredients list on the back of your plant milk. Many manufacturers are kind enough to add vitamin B12 artificially, as the stuff is extremely cheap for companies in bulk.
Now let's sprinkle in some whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and oats. These not only fill you up, but also provide a steady stream of energy and a treasure trove of nutrients. But hold up. What about those tempting processed foods and fast food joints? Well, while they may seem convenient, they're often packed with unhealthy stuff like added sugars and unhealthy fats. That's why it's best to skip them and opt for wholesome, real foods instead. But of course you can enjoy it here and there, you don't have to overdo it. But yes, even these delicious vegetarian and vegan substitutes are unfortunately often highly processed convenience products, as good as they taste. Nevertheless, I still treat myself to them from time to time for the sake of the environment and the animals. So, whether you're a meat lover, a plant enthusiast, or somewhere in between, remember? A balanced diet is like a symphony of flavors and nutrients that keeps your body humming with vitality and energy.
Wow, that really puts things into perspective. I never realized how much variety and nutrition there is in plant-based foods. I'm definitely going to try incorporating more of those into my diet. Thanks for breaking it down in such an understandable and interesting way. But it sounds so complicated. What about snacks? Can I still enjoy them?
Of course. Just choose the healthy kind. Fresh fruit, nuts, yogurt, popcorn, hummus, smoothies, and so on. There are many options out there. Or keep it moderate with favorite classics such as crisps, flips, and chocolate.
That makes more sense now. But isn't it expensive to buy all those fresh ingredients every week?
Not necessarily. Shopping smartly helps. Buying seasonal produce using frozen veggies, they retain most of their value, and choosing local markets over big supermarkets can save money. Plus, cooking at home instead of dining out saves cash too.
Interesting. Thanks for explaining all this. Seems like healthy food is not just about being healthy, but also about feeling good inside.
Precisely. It boosts energy levels, mental clarity, immunity, and prevents diseases. Our body appreciates wholesome meals. We owe it to ourselves to fuel up correctly.
Yeah, I agree. All right then, let's go shopping tonight and start changing our habits.
Sounds like a plan, Chalmers. Let's make this change together. Your body will thank you later.
I'm sure about it. Where do you usually buy vegetables and so on? Can I join you next time?
Of course. My local market is amazing. They offer fresh produce and reasonable prices. The people there know everything about their products since they grow them themselves.
Local market. So, where do you typically purchase your groceries? Is there a specific place you recommend? I would love to tag along with you next time.
Absolutely. My favorite spot is the farmer's market downtown in Memafield. They have an incredible selection of fresh produce and reasonably priced items. The vendors often know exactly how to care for the items because they grow them themselves.
That sounds perfect. It must be nice knowing where your food comes from and who grew it. Do they have any specialties or unique items that stand out to you?
Oh yes, they do. One vendor sells organic eggs from free-range chickens, while another has heirloom tomatoes that taste divine. Their bakery section is top-notch as well. The bread is heavenly. Yugi, Sonic, and Shadow sometimes shop there too. In fact, I occasionally bump into them while browsing around.
Wow, what a coincidence. I never thought we'd run into them there. What types of things does Sonic tend to buy?
He mostly goes for protein sources like peas or chili dogs. Sometimes he surprises us both by grabbing exotic fruits. His dishes always look delicious afterward.
That's interesting. And Yugi, does he buy different kinds of produce there too?
He's quite fond of their homemade jams, particularly berry varieties. You'll see his stocking up during peak seasons. His toast tastes amazing with those spreads. And Yugi is always on the hunt for the rarest of rare trading cards, of course.
Have you ever lunged over Shadow's shopping basket? What does he buy?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it! Shadow insists on only buying edgy black coffee beans and sometimes little black squash balls, which he turns into potato nishes.
And Sonic? Is he grabbing his chili dogs at lightning speed?
You betcha. Sonic's all about those chili dogs, but he's also been spotted eyeing up the speediest produce in the whole market. Gotta go fast, even when picking out fruits and veggies, apparently.
And what about Master Chief, who has moved into Memafield some weeks ago, stocking up on energy drinks for his next mission?
Close. He's a regular in the protein aisle, loading up on enough bars and shakes to fuel a small army. But you know, I've also spotted Echo from Overwatch there once or twice, browsing the latest gadgets.
Gadgets, you say? What kind of futuristic contraptions does she have her eye on?
Oh, you know, the usual holographic shopping lists, voice-controlled blenders, and who could forget the hover shopping cart prototype she was eyeing up last time?
Sounds like quite the scene at Memafield Market. Any other interesting happenings?
No, you have no idea.
Last week, there was a dance, off in the produce section between Pikachu and a bunch of bananas. Let's just say Pikachu's Thunderbolt move made quite the mess of the banana display.
Only at Memafield Market, Skinner? I'd have to join you on your next shopping trip. It sounds like a wild adventure every time. It just seems so lively and vibrant. I've heard stories about its history, but never visited myself. When are you going again? Maybe I can learn some tips from the vendors.
I visit once a week, generally on Saturdays. Want to come next weekend? We could explore together.
Perfect timing. Next Saturday works great for me. Thanks for inviting me along.
No problem, happy to share my secret spot. But for now, let's talk more about our favorite places to buy. Before I introduce you to my favorite spot, please tell me more about yours.
Well, there's a nearby store near work. It stocks organic products. They even carry hard to find ingredients for international recipes like this weird bear claw stuff. Have you been there?
Yes, indeed. They cater to diverse diets really well. Gluten, free, vegan, paleo, you name it. Their spices are outstanding quality. I find new treasures each time I drop by.
Spices sound intriguing. Which ones should I try first?
Try cumin and smoked paprika. They add depth to almost anything. Don't forget their fresh pasta either. Excellent base for creative dinners.
Great recommendations. Count me in for Saturday, then. Perhaps we can cook something adventurous afterwards.
Agreed. Looking forward to trying out new recipes. Now, one thing about Shadow, he loves his coffee beans. Always buys his morning fix from this place.
Ah, a fellow coffee lover. Any particular brand he recommends?
Coffee Bean Company, he swears by their blend. Makes him energized all day long. You might enjoy it too.
Love to give it a shot. Seems like this place is our common ground with many interests.
Exactly. Our shared spot unites us over good eats and drinks. Just one more thing. Remember reusable bags? Single-use plastics harm nature.
Good point. I'll bring mine next time. It's essential to protect our planet.
Indeed, every little effort counts towards sustainability. Ready for Saturday?
Definitely. Let's make it a fun adventure discovering our beloved grocery spots.
Sounds like a plan, Chalmers. Can't wait to show you my local treasure trove, darling.
Me too, Skinner. See you soon at the market. That will be great. Although, hang on. I've just thought of something else. So, Skinner, I remember Yugi was also once shopping at my favorite place. Isn't it fascinating how we keep running into each other here?
Really? I didn't know that. What did Yugi buy there last time?
Oh, he went for organic spaghetti. Only the ones that are environmentally conscious. He takes sustainability very seriously.
Interesting choice. How does he prepare them?
Last time, he made an Italian dish with tomato sauce and garlic bread. The aroma was mouth-watering. Speaking of which, have you tried their artisanal cheese selection yet? They import cheeses from around the world.
Not yet, but I'm always keen to expand my palate. Recommend any favorites?
The French brie is divine. Also, they have goat cheese marinated in olive oil. The tangy taste adds zest to salads.
Tempting. And what about your favorite snacks section? Do they have any unique treats?
Absolutely. There's a quirky company called Crunchy Critters making insect crackers. Insect protein, packed yet surprisingly tasty.
Crunchy critters? That sounds adventurous. Are they safe?
Trust me, Skinner, they're quite delicious. Perfect for parties, as guests love the novelty factor.
Tell me more about these critter crackers.
Well, they come in flavors like barbecue or sea salt. People say they're crunchier than potato chips.
Insect chips. I must try them. How do they pair with wine?
I paired them with a light Pinot Noir once. Surprisingly harmonious. Maybe we could host a bug-themed party sometime.
The bug banquet. Now that's entertaining. But back to serious matters. Have you tried their freshly squeezed juices?
Oh, yes. My personal fave is the green juice mix, packed with leafy greens and ginger. Keeps me energized all afternoon.
Impressive. I need to explore this store further then.
Definitely. By the way, their chocolate selection is out of this world. Have you tried the Peruvian dark variety?
No, not yet. Is it worth trying?
Dark chocolate is always a winner. This one has hints of cinnamon and orange peel. Tantalizingly rich.
I'll indulge myself next visit, but you have to like high-quality dark chocolate. I'm more of a big fan of nougat. Anything else noteworthy I should know before Saturday?
Their herb garden outside is blooming right now. You can pick your own basil or thyme. It's such a nice touch.
Wow, sounds delightful. We'll make sure to do so. One last question, though. Do they sell exotic spices?
Of course. Turmeric and cardamom are best sellers. They add magic to curries. Don't forget to grab some.
Note taken. All right, let's get ready for Saturday market adventure. Can't wait to discover more together.
Me too, Skinner. We'll find hidden treasures and laugh over bug banquets. See you soon at the store.
Looking forward to it, Chalmers. Thank you for sharing your tips today on air.
And likewise, Skinner, thanks to our listeners for tuning in today. Remember, folks, supporting local markets benefits communities. Upbeat music plays softly in background.
Oh, yes. Maybe we should organize a community meeting at the market in Memifield? We could invite our audience and everyone can bring cosplays or something. If you have a fursuit, let's get in there. If you want to bring something homemade, bring it on. And oh God, anyone who can bake delicious biscuits, bring them along.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. We should keep that in mind. Who needs big events when you have a small but nice community?
Yeah. Well, until next time, keep exploring, keep shopping locally, and remember to support sustainable practices. From both of us here at Skinner and Chalmers Weekly Roast, this is Skinner and Chalmers signing off.
Goodbye. Farewell. Have a nice day.
Bye.